Live from beautiful Oriole Park at Camden Yards, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Book Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. So the Baltimore Orioles are in position to sweep this three-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. And today on the hill, Zach Plesac. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And a little foul ball down that third baseline.
First pitch, 7:05.
The pitch.
1-1.
And there's the strike. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. And down on strikes. 1 out in the top of the first.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Raimel Tapia.
So up next, Raimel Tapia. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run. First pitch doesn't find the zone. No score, just getting started, top of the first. To the right side. The throw to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And a big factor for them in recent games, Reese McGuire.
Well, Boog, over the last 10 games, batting over 400. I mean, he is helping to carry this ball club, and it's something that they really need right now. When you think about how he's performing, other players on this team starting to feed off of him. A lot of positivity around this guy right now.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. First pitch, and he just misses. Righty delivers. And there's a ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
On the ground to short. Whips it to Mountcastle, and Guerrero is set down. That ends the frame. We head to the bottom of the first. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score after a half inning. Bottom of the first, and into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Urias.
Leading off for the Orioles, the shortstop, Ramon Urias.
The pitch. That's inside.
That's inside.
And that one hit to first, into the outfield, base hit.
Batting second, the second baseman,
Jorge Mateo now. That one's in there, 0-1. Urias on at first, nobody out. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. And out number 1 on the grab.
Batting.
All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Rougned Odor.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage over 400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no play.
Foul ball. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
That's one of those swing now before the pitchers even let go of the baseball.
Left-hand batter waits. And that one fouled off. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
Well, Gausman is well known for that splitter. It's just a major weapon for him and generates a ton of swings and misses when he's throwing it well. Good example of it there, and I'm willing to bet we'll see a lot more of it moving forward in this one.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. First pitch just misses. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Next one misses. 2-1.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
The 2-1. And that's outside. That one fouled off.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a pitch. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Batting fifth.
So 2 down. And next for the Orioles, Anthony Santander. Check swing, went around, and that's strike 1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And a pitch. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. Orioles strand a couple. We played an inning. No score. Back now at Oriole Park, top of the second, and it'll be George
Leading off
Springer
on
to
Blue
step
Jays,
to the plate.
The center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
A wind and the pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 2.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Here comes the pitch. And now 2 balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back. And here it comes. Fought off foul. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one. And the first offering is not close. Second inning here, no score. Next pitch is outside. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Next offering is fouled back. Two 1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Teoscar Hernandez hits one out. Homer number 25 of the year, and the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-0. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Lourdes.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And he deals.
No, inside.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And the righty deals. And there's the strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first, one away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Here's Matt Chapman. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Next offering is in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. In for a strike. Now 1-2. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Got him. And there are two down.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Reese McGuire. Had the day off yesterday. In there, and it's 0-1. Out to center, Mullins. Under it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer, and it's 2-zip. Bottom of the second. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Leading off for the Orioles, the catcher.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The next pitch misses. 1-1. Next offering is down low, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Good eye right there. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's one away.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up when he couldn't get a piece at all.
And now it's Austin Hayes. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. And the right-hander deals. So 2 balls and no strikes. In the air, left field. Tapia settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting 8th, the designated hitter, DJ.
Now it's DJ Stewart. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
Next pitch is outside. At the belt and fires. Strike 2.
2-2.
2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Welcome back. Here's the second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
Please back to work. And that's down and away.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The 1-0. Now 1-1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Mateo in position, makes the catch. 1 away. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball. Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
The next offering misses, and that is ball 1. Next one off the plate inside. 2-1. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Next one misses. 3-1 now. One down, base is empty. This to third. Odor handles the chance, and Bichette is retired.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder,
Raimel Tapia up to hit.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
In there for strike 1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
And he grounds one back up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He decides to eat it, and he's on at first.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Ball.
First offering misses the mark.
Count 1-0. Ball.
Next pitch downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Righty delivers. That's in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. That one out to right. Santander moving to his left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Toronto. They're up 2-0. Bottom of the inning. Rougned Odor comes up to the plate now.
Leading off for the Orioles, the 3rd baseman, Rougned Odor.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1. The 0-1. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2 stays alive. Here's the 0-2.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Ramon Urias.
Ramon Urias.
First offering, and it just misses. And a foul ball. And that chance handled. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Second baseman, Mateo.
2 outs, base is empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty to the plate. Swings through that.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And it is 2-1. pitch.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And he deals. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
2 outs, runner at first. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one's in there, 0-1. The 0-1, Mateo runs. Pitch in for a strike. Not in time. He's safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. And man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man on second, 2 down. And ball 1. Mateo on at second with 2 down. The pitch. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Tapia moving under it. Squeezes it. And that is that. 3 innings complete. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, George Springer.
The center fielder, George.
The wind of the pitch. That one off the mark. Ball 1. Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Leading off.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And the 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Hayes makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel.
Here's Gurriel. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And a pitch. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Singy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
Next pitch is outside. Kicks and deals. Way inside, gets out of the way.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Mountcastle makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now it's Matt Chapman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Next offering is fouled back. And here it comes. Chapman gets a piece there. And the righty deals. That one hit to right. Santander makes the catch, and that'll do it. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here in Baltimore, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Ryan Mountcastle.
The first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
The pitch. Now one missed. And the pitch.
That's ball 2.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
There's a swing and a miss.
Strike, count.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one ripped, but foul.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The pitch. And down on strikes he goes. One down.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Anthony Santander at the plate. First offering misses the mark. Next offering is fouled back. Next one is off the plate. 2-1. The count 2-1. That's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Count 2-2.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three, 2. Stays alive. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
And he reluctantly takes his walk.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
First pitch, not close.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
The 1-0. And that's in for a strike. Kicks and fires. And that one wrapped foul. Got him. 2 down.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And now Austin Hayes. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And the right-hander deals. Out to short. They get the force. Third out. On to the top of the 5th we go. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Reese McGuire.
Leading off for Toronto, the catcher, Reese.
The right-hander back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 strike.
And he grounds one to the right side. And it goes just foul. The 1-2. Soft contact in the air. Urias makes the grab. And there's one away.
The batter, number 8. Second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Kevin Biggio up to the plate. Flied to right his first time. First pitch, and he just misses. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one fouled off. The wind to kick the pitch.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
The 1-2. Good eye right there. That's outside, and the count is filled up. The wind and the pitch. On the ground. Can't glove it cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Next offering is in for a strike. Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Two outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Bichette tries to hold up, appeal to first, didn't go. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. Raimel Tapia next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. In there for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Jorge Lopez, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Green, the hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And the 0-1. And downstairs. Bichette off of first with 2 away.
He's going.
Bichette goes. Pitch in for a strike. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
We head to the bottom of the 5th, and here is DJ Stewart.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
The pitch. Oh, that ball drilled back up the box and nailed the pitcher. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Rougned Odor, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Next pitch is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. One now. Next offering is outside. Two-one now.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bichette gets under it and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Ramon Urias.
And now the shortstop, Ramon Urias. First offering misses badly for ball one. Righty to the plate. Up the middle. Biggio picks it up. Throw is low, and he can't hang on. Safe.
The batter.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And the 0-1. And a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Tying run at the plate. Bounce to the right side. Biggio throws to first in time. That's the third out. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. 5 innings complete. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. Jorge Lopez gets the ball now, and his job is to collect quick outs and keep his team within striking distance.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you can get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Back here at the ballpark, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the left fielder, Raimel Tapia. There's the strike. Right-handed reliever. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-2 now. Right through there. Got it. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 0 for 6 in the series so far.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Action in the pen down there. Keegan Aiken, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Green getting cranked up as well. The next offering misses. And now 2-0. And fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
That one fouled off. 2-2. That misses, and it's a full count.
Clearly, he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
And a 3-2. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
The center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer. Another solid power season. That one's in there, 0-1. Next offering is down low. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And now it's even up. The pitch. Bounced out to short. Sneaks through. Base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now, Teoscar Hernandez. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Out to short. Urias handles. Third out, and that ends the frame. Part of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back. Well, we go bottom 6 and into the box for Baltimore. Cedric Mullins.
For the Orioles, the center fielder, Cedric
And he deals.
Mullins.
In the air out towards right center. Springer there makes the catch, and they get Mullins for the out. And there's one down.
The first baseman, Ryan.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch just misses. Slice down the right side. Out to short. Can't field it cleanly.
Well, it looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
And now, Anthony Santander. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And the 1-0.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next offering is in for a strike. Gausman throws over. Mountcastle back in on a dive. Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Adley Rutschman.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. He is safe.
So he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead somehow, create a little bit more time, or maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
The 1-0.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. And a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next pitch misses way outside. At the belt and fires. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back onto the warning track, and he hauls it in. And the Orioles leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park. New inning getting started, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
The designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel.
The wind of the pitch. That one misses. Ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. Pretty well struck. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. And that's in there for strike 1.
1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. And a couple of quick outs. And here's the catcher, Reese McGuire.
Reese McGuire.
First offering misses the mark. And another ball. Right side. Mateo picks it up, sends it to first. That's the 3rd out. Nothing to it for the Blue Jays, but they're on top 2-0.
7th-inning stretch.
Bottom of the 7th, stepping in, Austin Hayes.
Leading off for the Orioles, the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Gosman back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
The 0-1.
Look out, 1-1.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah.
The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a pitch. Stays alive. And it's even up. Here comes a pitch. Out front and foul to the left side. Righty delivers. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
And a foul ball left side.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these guys are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
The 2-2. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Now batting.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, dude, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Kevin Gausman makes way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Righty reliever out of the pen, Trevor Richards. And he'll do his best to hang on to this lead. So now here's the DH, DJ Stewart. And the first offering is not close.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Next offering is downstairs.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
So digging in, Rougned Odor. In there for strike 1. And the pitch. And now the count is even. Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-2. Hayes, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. The tying run at the plate. That to right. Hernandez has this one sized up. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Ramon.
So the batting order turns over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ramon Urias. 1 for 3. That hits the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And a pitch. Now 3-0.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And the pitch. Strike on the inside corner.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
The pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Kicks and fires. And there's ball 4.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Jimmy Garcia taking over on the mound, and he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Toronto, number 93.
Here's a speed threat. Jorge Mateo for the 4th time tonight. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
1st and 2nd, 2 down.
These fans, they are ready to cheer about something. Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some guys.
Here's a 1-1. And it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. 2 outs, couple of base runners at 1st and 2nd. Next offering misses, and the count's full. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
2 on, 2 outs, and that'll load the bases.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And the batter now, Cedric Mullins. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure. Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next offering is in for a strike. And here it comes. And that one almost got him. One-two now. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
That's a really good take.
Oh, no, that got him. And a run will score because of it.
It's a scary one when it's riding up above the letters. Looked to me like he just tried to overthrow the fastball a little bit.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
And a foul ball, third base side. Bases loaded, 2 down. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And the righty deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next pitch misses. 1-2 to count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job of damage control right there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
The second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
The wide to kick the pitch. Backed off the plate that time. Bullpen activity starting up now. Dylan Tate preparing to come on if needed. Wells warming up as well. The pitch. Off the plate. Ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Next pitch is outside. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2 down.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Save!
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
Bo Bichette digs in now. In the dirt. Biggio gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And the next pitch is way outside. Runner on the goal. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Raimel Tapia, the next to hit. First offering, and it just misses.
Don't be surprised, a ball on the ground to the corners, that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Runners on the corners, no outs. That one pushed to the left and foul. Kicks and deals. Base hit and a run in to score. The throw is wild and it gets away.
Well done. Drives in the run. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy has turned into a beast. Line drive, base hit. Bichette around third. He scores, and they lead by 3. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
You got to get on your horse and get to that thing and get it back in, because he's going to come barrel around first. He's going to put pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, he's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Connor Green, the new pitcher. It's his job to keep his team in the game.
Number 81, Connor Green.
Here's George Springer.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Righty to the plate. That misses. And the count even 1-1. Base runners at second and third here. No outs. Next pitch is outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Righty delivers, and it's filled up. And the right-hander deals. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now 1 away.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And next for Toronto, Teoscar Hernandez. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. 1 down. And next is the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First pitch, not close.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And the 1-0. One out, base is full. Next offering is fouled back. The 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. Next pitch just misses. 3-2 now. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And he deals. stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air, out to left. Hayes settles underneath it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. And they lead by 4.
The batter, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Right-hander kicks, deals. A swing and a soft liner. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, the catcher, Reese McGuire.
Now here is Reese McGuire. That one's in there, 0-1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Guerrero at third. Hernandez on second. Chapman on at first with 2 down. That one hooked foul. Ripped to third and picked on a hop. Throws it away. And he's in safely at third as 2 runs score on the play.
Oh, you hate to make mistakes with base runners, whether it's giving up a home run or making an error like that, and it's costly. 2 runs come around to score, and sometimes that defense can just tighten up a little bit, get too excited rather than just settling in and making the play.
Here's the second baseman, Kevin Biggio. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That one ripped. That's back there. And it hits the base of the wall. In there safely.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
New pitcher on here, Keegan Aiken. And we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The lefty, the 1-0. Breaks his bat. There's a soft liner. And that's just foul. And 1 and 2.
Count is 1 and 2.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next one misses, and the count's even at 2. That's hard hit in the line. Makes a nice running catch, and that'll do it. Last half of the 8th coming up. Jays 9 and the Orioles 1.
So I ain't saving you a clean house. Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth. I ain't new to what.
Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Anthony Santander.
Leading off for the Orioles, the right fielder, Anthony Santander.
The pitch. Fouled off left side. Right-handed reliever. Foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. The punch out there. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Adley Rutschman.
The catcher, number 36.
Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. And that's in there for strike 1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
Next pitch is popped up. Guerrero settles under it. Puts the squeeze on it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Orioles held in check there. They trail it big. It's 9-1. We go to the 9th. Now the number 2 hitter, Raimel Tapia.
The left fielder, Raimel Tapia.
The pitch. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
They can live up in the zone all game if guys will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitter's got to look down in the zone.
The next pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
And it's fouled away. Next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Back there. Leaping, and he brought it back.
Well, that's the biggest play of this ball game. With that swing, they would have taken the lead and gone ahead. But a great job by the outfielder to get back to the wall, time it up, and make an incredible catch to perhaps save this ball game.
Two outs, base is empty. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. And now 1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
The wind and the pitch. And a ball evens the count. Just misses the mark outside the zone. The wind of the pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Hernandez in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The 1-0. That's off the mark, and the count is 2-0. This to center field. Mullins should have this one. He's got it, and that is out number 3. One left for Toronto, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead.
Don't know how I let you taste me. Don't know how I let you play me. You're so electric, baby.
Last chance for the home team. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, DJ Stewart.
For the Orioles, the designated hitter, DJ Stewart.
Garcia back to work. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. And the 1-0. And a foul ball. Next pitch misses outside, and a count 2-1. Left-hand hitter waits. Just missed. The pitch. Out front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. And a pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Rougned Odor, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground to the left. Throws to first. Now only one out remaining.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Ramon.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. And the batter now, Ramon Urias. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, not a whole lot behind that pitch. It's off speed, but it still stings. Getting hit by a fastball is a whole different story.
Mateo, batting with one down, takes a strike. Oh, 1 down. Check swing, no appeal. In the air, out towards left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
I think he's having some mixed emotions down there at second base, and I wouldn't blame him for being a little frustrated with the ball hopping over the wall. I mean, that at-bat was good enough to produce a run, but instead the automatic double halts the lead runner at third, and it's just sort of a bittersweet at-bat.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric.
Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. Urias, the runner at third. Mateo on at second with 2 down. Oh, 0-2 now. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Is just 1 strike away. Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Just 1 out away. Try to close it out. That misses off the outside edge.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Here comes a pitch. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya.
Everybody get your hands up.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
New pitcher on now, Julian Merriweather. And he'll try to keep this big lead right where it is.
Julian Merriweather.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
The first baseman, number 6, Ryan.
Pitch misses inside, ball 1. The 1-0. That's off the mark, and that's ball 2. Next offering is in for a strike. Two-one pitch is in there, and the count is even. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays slug their way to a win in this one.
Yeah, pretty tight ball game up until the 8th inning, and that's really the time where you expect things to lock down. But the offense broke out, incredible outburst, and just put this game out of reach.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 9 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Orioles, 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please